everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 6th of July 2021. Starting with very first question, on which day Chartered Accountants, that is CA Day, is celebrated in India? So we celebrate this day on 1st of July every year to commemorate the findings of ICAI, that is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So ICAI was established by the Parliament of India in 1949 under an act. Then apart from it, on this particular day we celebrate another special day called National Doctors Day. And this Doctors Day is celebrated in the memory of Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy, who was the former Chief Minister of Bengal. So actually, Mr. Roy has served socially as a doctor in an excellent way. So this is a kind of tribute for him. Also, on 1st of July 2017, GST was implemented in India. GST means Goods and Services Tax. And this time means 1st of July 2021. It was the 4th anniversary of GST implementation. So to represent this day, our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has proposed to issue the certificates of appreciation to 54,000 GST payers who are regular in filing the returns of their payings. So they will be receiving these certificates. So this step has been taken to promote the sincerity in GST paying. Fine. In the last lecture, we have talked many things about the GST. If you want to know more about it, please refer to the previous lecture. Can you tell me which was the first state in our country to implement GST? Please write in the comment section if you know. Then apart from it, let's go to June month. There were the various days which were very important, like we celebrate our World Bicycle Day on 3rd of June. Then Milk Day is celebrated on 1st of June. Environment Day, which is very important, it is celebrated on 5th of June. Then obviously International Yoga Day is celebrated on 21st of June. And Refugee Day is on 20th. So these are some of the important days for the month of June. Can you tell me what was the theme for World Milk Day this year? Please let me know in the comment section. Question number 2. India and which neighboring country exchange list of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custody every year on 1 January and 1 July. So this is the country Pakistan. Actually, India and Pakistan on 1st of July 2021 have exchanged the list of civilian prisoners and fishermen in their custody. Okay. So actually this was done through diplomatic channels simultaneously at New Delhi in India and Islamabad at Pakistan. So this was done in keeping with the provisions of the 2008 agreement, under which such lists are exchanged every year on 1st of January and 1st of July. Okay. Apart from it, few days back we have talked about FATF, means Financial Action Task Force. So this time it has again decided to maintain Pakistan into its grey list category. Till what time? Till June 2021. Why? Because it finds that country is a total failure in complying with 27-point actions plan to combat terrorism. So that's why Pakistan is still in the grey list of FATF. So in the previous lecture, we have also talked what is grey list and what is black list. So if you want to know more, please refer to it. And since Pakistan is in the grey list of FATF, it has been hit by $38 billion loss this year. So as you know that grey list is a type of warning given to the countries that you might come in the black list, which is the dangerous one if you continue doing these activities. Okay. So right now it is in grey list, but if Pakistan does not stop its activities, then it might come into blacklist as well. Okay. Question number 3. Which ministry recently launched UDISE Plus for 2019 to 2020? So recently Union Minister of Education, who is Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank, has released the UDISE Plus, and what is this? It is Unified District Information System for Education Plus report. So this report highlighted some interesting facts, both positive as well as negative, about Indian school education system. Okay, so it is related to our Ministry of Education. Now a scheme is very famous from this ministry called E-Saksham scheme, and it has been launched by Ministry of Education in association with AICTE, means All India Council for Technical Education, along with Cyber Peace Foundation. So actually it is a type of digital training program that focuses on developing the skills of nearly 5 lakh college students as well as teachers in the domain of cyber security. Then apart from it, Education Ministry has also developed an online module to compile various types of data on out of school children. So under this online module, data on out of school children should be mapped with STCs, that is Special Training Centers of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So actually compilation of these data set will help in bringing back these children to school classrooms. Hence this module is in line with the key focus of our new national education policy. So for this very purpose, Ministry has also asked the states and the union territories to upload a progress report in this area in a quarter manner. Okay, means you have to upload the progress reports quarterly. Okay. Question number 4. Which state or union territory recently ended 149-year-old practice of Darbar move? What is this Darbar move? Actually, it is the name given to the biannual shift of Secretariat and all other government offices of Jammu Kashmir from one capital city to another. So as we know that Jammu Kashmir has two capitals, Srinagar, which is the summer capital, and Jammu, which is the winter capital. So what happens is when the season changes, government offices and all their things gets shifted to another capitals. So this was called as Darbar move. But now the government of Jammu Kashmir has ended this 149-year-old practice, and now there would be no shifting. Okay. Now apart from it, Chenab Bridge is very famous because recently it has been completed and it is the world's highest bridge, and obviously it lies in Jammu Kashmir. Then Gakki mushrooms are important. Why? Because this product belongs to Jammu Kashmir and recently it has got the GI tag. Talking about some important GI tags, first consignment of GI certified Shahi Lychee has been exported from Bihar to United Kingdoms. Then India has recently exported Jardalu mangoes, which is again from Bihar to again United Kingdoms. Then there are 3 products from Assam which have been exported recently to abroad. And what are they? First is Burmese grapes, which is also known as Leteku in the Assamese language. So this was exported to Dubai. Then second is Bao Dhan, also called as red rice. It has been exported to USA. And the third product is Kaji Nemu. It is a variety of lemon and it has been exported to London. So these 3 products belong to Assam. Also, G.C. Murmu was in news these days. Who is G.C. Murmu? He is the former Lieutenant Governor of Jammu Kashmir, and recently he has been chosen as External Auditor of OPCW, means Organization of Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. Okay, so this name is extremely important for your exam. Question number 5. The recently inducted Short Span Bridging System, that is SSBS, 10 meter by Indian Army has been developed by DRDO in association with which company? So the Army on 2nd of July 2021 inducted the first production lot of 12 SSBS 10 meters, which has been designed and developed by DRDO in association with Larsen and Toubro company. So according to the Defense Ministry, this system will now play a crucial role of bridging the gaps up to 9.5 meters as a single span, providing a 4 meter wide fully decked roadway which will ensure the faster movement of the troops. Okay. Apart from it, DRDO is in news for a few things. Let's quickly revise all of it. Recently, it has successfully test fired an extended version of Pinaka rockets. It's not Pinata cake, it's Pinaka rocket, okay? Where at ITR means integrated test range, which is in Chandipur off the coast of Odisha, okay? So these Pinaka rockets are completely indigenous. And the 122 mm caliber rockets were launched from MBRL, means multi-barrel rocket launcher, fine. Then also DRDO has tested the new generation nuclear capable ballistic missile named as Agni P. Here P stands for prime, and this test has been conducted at APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha again. And also DRDO has recently developed the CSS, means Canopy Severance System, for indigenous aircrafts in India. So this is a type of escaping system for the pilots in case of emergency, okay? Then also DRDO has developed the single blade technology. Then also it has approved the DIPCO van. These news we have already covered, so I am not repeating it again. Question number 6. Bagram Air Base, which was recently in news, is located in which country? So finally, after nearly 20 years, the US military has left Bagram Airfield, which is the epicenter of its war with the Taliban, and hence tracked down the Al-Qaeda perpetrators of the 9/11 terrorist attack. So yes, this belongs to Afghanistan, and now the airfield has been handed over to the Afghan National Security and Defense Force. Now in the March month, we have talked about Afghan Peace Meet. What was it? Actually, this event was organized to bring together the government representatives and Taliban adversaries to sort out their matter. And the host for this event was Russia. Extremely important. So this event was also attended by the international observers in order to help Afghanistan to initiate peace in the country. And the capital of Afghanistan is Kabul. Talking about US, former USA President Donald Trump had nominated Indian American Ashok Michael Pinto as the US representative to IBRD, means International Bank of Reconstruction and Development. Then we have talked about Derek Chauvin few days back, and why he is in news? Because he has been sentenced for 22.5 years of imprisonment in the case of murder of George Floyd. So this is one of the longest prison terms ever imposed on any police officer there at USA. Okay. Question number 7. India's Manna Patel is associated with which sports? So Manna Patel has made history on 2nd of July 2021 because now she has become the first Indian female swimmer to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics through the universality quota. So actually this quota allows one male and one female competitors from a country to participate in the Olympics, but the condition is that no other swimmer from the same gender qualifies for the games or receives the special FINA invite based on his or her Olympic selection time, that is B time. So Manna Patel, who is just 21 years old, will join Sajan Prakash and Sri Hari Natarajan in India's swimming squad for this month's Summer Olympics. Then apart from it, few names are extremely important. First of all, India's athlete MP Jabir is important. Why? Because he has also been qualified for the Tokyo Olympics in 400 meter hurdles, because he has just taken 49.78 seconds to win gold at the recently concluded Interstate Athletics Championship at Patiala. Then apart from it, Nihal Sarin is important. Why? Because he has won the Silver Lake Open Chess Tournament, which was held in Serbia. And in the same competition, second place was occupied by Ronak Sadhwani and the third place was by Abhimanyu Puranik. So most important fact about this tournament was that first, second and third all were Indians. So this was the moment of pride for India. Then Abhimanyu Mishra is important because now he has become the youngest chess grandmaster ever because he is just 12 year, 4 month and 25 days old. Then we have already talked about Abhishek Verma. Why? Because he has won recently gold medal for India in the field of archery. Then obviously Rani Sarnobat is important because she has won the gold in World Cup shootings. So these news are important from your sports related current affairs. Okay. Question number 8. The Rampal power station that was making up news recently was located in which country? So this power station is actually 1320 megawatt coal-fired power station which is currently under construction at Rampal Upzila of Bagirhat district. They are at Bangladesh. So why this is important? Because after construction and operation, it will be the country's largest power plant. And do remember that it is being set up by BIFPCL, means Bangladesh India Friendship Power Company Limited. Then apart from it, Bangladesh was also in news because recently it has become the first country to ban the painkiller Ketoprofen. Why? Because this was toxic to vultures out there and this drug was widely used to treat the cattle. So that's why to save their threatened species of vultures, they have decided to ban this particular painkiller. Okay. Then also we have talked that China has recently banned synthetic cannabinoids. Why? To curb the illegal manufacturing as well as trafficking of drugs. Then two vaccines are important from China, Sinopharm and Sinovac. Why? Because these two vaccines have got the approval of WHO and now they can be used as emergency vaccines against COVID-19. Okay. And also China is important because recently it has been declared as malaria free by World Health Organization. Fine. Question number 9. Who has taken over as new Vice Chief of the Air Staff on July 1st, 2021? So on 1st of July, Air Marshal Vivek Ram Chaudhary has taken over as Vice Chief of the Air Staff. So he was commissioned into the fighter stream of the Air Force on December 29 in the year 1982 and he has a flying experience of more than 3800 hours till now on a wide variety of fighter and trainer aircrafts. So now he is our Vice Chief of Air Staff. Now apart from it, Indian Air Force in the March month has decided to participate in the multinational exercise called Desert Flag in UAE. So this was the exercise between UAE, USA, France and India. Can you tell me the name of a particular military exercise which is conducted between India and France only? Please write in the comment section if you know. Then in the previous lecture we have talked about Saudi Arabian Airlines because now it is the biggest carrier in the Kingdom of Saudi. Apart from it, we celebrate Air Force Day on 8th of October and now you have to tell me when do we celebrate International Civil Aviation Day. Coming to last question, Dr. Rajendra Kishore Panda is a renowned poet of which language? So he is the Odia poet. And why he is in news? Because recently he has been awarded with Kovempu Rashtriya Puraskar. And this award carries a cash award of 5 lakh rupees, then a silver medal along with a citation. So this award was first instituted in 2013 in the name of Kannada poet Kuvempu and it is given to the poets who had contributed in any language recognized by the Constitution of India. Okay. Then apart from it, Japan government has recently awarded their award Order of Rising Sun to a Bangalore teacher who teaches the Japanese language and she is Shyamla Ganesh. Then again Japan has awarded P. Sainath with their Fukuoka Grand Prize 2021. Now can you tell me which country has decided to issue a vaccine passport for its citizens? Please let me know in the comment section. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. Please do not cheat and be honest with yourself. At the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. No matter how much you have got, it's totally okay if you are getting nil because at least you are better than those people who are not attempting this quiz. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.